Word problems. Okay, we have an example of a word problem here, and it tells us a company bought 96-gallon jars of honey for a total of $3,072. They repackaged it into 8-ounce bottles. How many bottles could they fill? So, we have to find out how many bottles could they fill. So first you got to figure out how much is 1 gallon equivalent to how many ounces. So 1 gallon is equivalent to 128 ounces. And then you gotta 128 ounce times 96 gallons, and you have to multiply that. And you could do that in a calculator, and you get 12,288 ounce. Now we want to find out how many bottles could they fill. So they told us they repackaged it into 8-ounce bottles. So you basically do, what you have to do is 12,288 ounces divided by 8 ounce. So we write it out like this. Eight goes into 12 one times. 12 minus 8 is 4. Bring down the 2. 8 goes into 42 5 times. 8 times 5 is 40. 42 minus 40 is 2. Bring down the 8. 8 goes into 28 3 times. So 8 times 3 is 24. 28 minus 24 is 4. Bring down the 8. 8 goes into 48 6. So the answer to this would be, how many bottles could they fill? Well, 1,536 bottles they can fill. So that's the answer to that one. What's the minimum price that they would have to charge per jar to get back at least what they paid for, or break even? So what you got to do is the total of $3,072 and divided to 1,536 bottles. So you do so we divide $3,072 by 1,536 bottles. So we write it out like this. The $3,072 is the total cost, and this is the how many bottles we have of 8-ounce bottles. So this is bottles, and now the goal is to find how much it costs each bottle, how much each 8-ounce bottle. So we basically divide, and it goes in evenly actually. So as you can see, 1,536 times 2, and you could do that in your calculator, and you get $3,072. So you put the 2 here. So the answer to this would be $2. So so what's the minimum price that they would have to charge per jar to get back at least what they paid for, or break even? So the answer would be $2. So each bottle would cost $2. So that's the answer to that question right there. So let's now move on to a few exercise problems so we understand the concept. What are we doing here?